Hello, good afternoon Tribuners. Welcome back with me Kusnul Asyaifah in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is firefighting shop in Ampenan. Another fire incident occurred at building material shop in Ampenan, Tanjung Karang, Mataram City on the Friday 26 August 2022. Before the fire broke out, residents heard two explanations. Matt, a local resident, said that the first he took the sound of the explosion was the sound of the cat pounding on his roof tile. The fire occurred at 5 p.m. but the suspect that the fire come from a gas cylinder explosion. The blazer fire is quite difficult to extinguish because the flammable building materials in it. Tribun Lombok also was mad and his father was ready to use the fire extinguisher and or excited anytime the fire spread to the back or mat house, which was only spared by the one wall. Then words narrative from the firefighters who said the party was a burial from the injuries. In addition, the bravest was also assigned the fire department by deploying two water cannon corps. Until now at 8 p.m., the fire mobile brigades and the local residents are still trying to extinguish the fire. And totally lost, suffered by the building shop owner is not yet known. The next news is Ganjar check farmer wells release gas in the Karanganyar. Central Java Governor Ganjar Pranowo inspects a former deep well containing natural gas and which has not been used to the renewable energy into Homet of the Kurulin village Genderejo district Karanganyar Regency on the Thursday. During his visit, Ganjar was accompanied by the head of the Central Java Ministry of Gender and Minister Research Sujarwo Diatmoko. Initially, the gas content was discovered by the local resident who smelled of the sulfur from the former deep well with healthy water and of 2018. When it gave by the match of the direction of the deep well pipe, it can be product as smell fire. Head of the Central Java Ministry of the Energy and Mineral Rescue, Sarjawanto Dwiatmoko said, the logical of the improvement was indeed a former shop with the began solo lovely at the biotata at the consulate and mortar at the sentiment pilot that days, become gas and the mixer with water. The has increased rescue and gas content. It is therefore his party provide assistance worth almost 30 million to the make installation and also natural gas reservoir can be used too by community. Sprayed by the gas of the water, they also participate and water is washed again. We praise to the composer and follow to the whole the shore, and so far it is being distributed to the 30 resident houses. Central Java Governor Ganjar Pranowo looks at the installation to disperse gas emission with the water coming out of the deep well hid hamlet Karangwohono in the village Karangrejo district, Karanganyar Regency on the Thursday. He said that his natural gas optimized in the can be distributed by around 80 people to the homes. Compared to melon gas, he continued, this natural gas higher calories and had in general faster. This potential can last 30 years or come to the wells if later well is made again. The content increased The renewable energy used the community will later get assistance from the technical and so that future they can manage indefinitely. According to the hymn, the effort Perdi has energy independent village movement. The Governor Central Java Pradowo said, the government that trying to provide stimulation mobile to the potential of energy source in each region. The next news is a fishing boat to attack fish a route expedition at the fire. The fishing boat in Bitung, North Sulawesi caught the fire. The color boot from the photos at the mailing about the social media and VAG is green. Fish boat in the Bitung, North Sulawesi caught fire. From a search to the fault, the ship that caught fire at the PT Pacific Tuna Mandiri Pier was located at the Naik Bor 2, Artembaga, Wine Village, Artembaga District, Bitung City, North Sulawesi Province. According to the security guard, who was guarding to the entrance and company, he said that the has been exhausting as was overhead to the puff smoke while still rising above the roof and the fish company. The fire truck and clean. The car was still going in the Ford company to have exhausting in the fire on the Friday. Unfortunately, journalists who want to do coverage were not allowed to enter the security company. The process of the extinguishing the fire at the event of the one of Cikalang finished the boat in the Bitung City is still ongoing on the Friday. The green ship that caught the fire was at the PT Pacific Tuna Mandiri Pier. The first accompanied it in the neighborhood to Artembaga Wine Village, Artembaga District, Bitung City, North Sulawesi Province. It was observed that the Tribun.co.id from the front of the PT Pacific Tuna Mandiri Biting. The fire truck and the clean water transport can be still passing and out of the location. 3 were even. The resident who booked in the purple liquid and lingerie cherry can be several others boot laundry soap incident. In Forward, the material was mixed to the water to extinguish it. A fishing vessel caught the fire at the PT Pacific Tuna Masters on the Friday. Meanwhile, the ship caught fire was said belonged to the well-known fishery patrolman in the city of Bitung. Journalists were not allowed to enter to the PT Pacific Tuna Mandiri area. With the ship caught a fire, journalists only the monitor and fire to the company. The next news is online prostitution hits student. Online prostitution, or known as open booking order or BO, in the Pangkalan Pinang City area is increasing sadly. The practice of the BO, which is influenced minor, is not carried out without the pumps. The exclusive student operate themselves and there to the master talk and the social media application. The case of the Journals of the World Education is being handled by the Women Children Protection Unit or PPA of the Pangkal Pinang Police and has been informed that the Pangkalan Pinang City Government. The head of the Criminal Investigation Unit of the Pangkalan Pinang Police, AKP Adi Putra, when he confirmed his party has smelled the alleged practice of the online prostitution, which is occurred among middle of the high school student, especially in the Pangkal Pinang City. Adi continued, his party has ditched to several schools in the Pangkalan Pinang City, where insecure plus students are involved in the practice of the online prostitution. Of course, this is the very sad we detect here at several schools, but we cannot open them. He explained that he supposes that the police could not be predators of the third matter. He added that the Pangkalan Pinang Police Industry trusts the Women and Child Protection Unit, together with the Pangkal Pinang City Government, will from a task force to the participate and the crime of the trafficking in the process of human trafficking. In this case, the police focus on the supervising and controlling children by discharging moral so that the children do not engage in promiscuity. Responding to the alleged report of the BO phenomenon involving junior and senior high school students in Pangkalan Pinang, will gather head of the junior high school to the high school of vocation school, equipped both the public and private in the near future. He admitted that his party not seen real condition and filed regretting an indication. Currently, Raminda said the city government has just been recovering information through the head of the Women and Child Protection Unit. Therefore, this will continue. Raminda. His party will be badly take participant steps to be similar case not sport to the other student. The next news is Confide Homer Kenneth 40 times. Cornelius was sustained and 40 lashes and a single Class 2B detention center on the Friday. This man, Cornelius, found bleeding Article 16, Paragraph 1 on the Aceh Quantum Number 6 of the 2014 and considering and the Jinalayat Lai. The work executed by attended by the head of the Aceh Singkilin in the Southwest and Service, Ahmad Yani, head of the Aceh Singkil District Attorney General Office, head of the PSI and Aceh Singkil Zulkarnain and number of the staff, head of the Aceh Singkil of the World Service Ahmad Yani said the convict was involved in the torture case. This is the second time defense has done this previously, said Ahmad Yani. In the Cornelius can be in the similar case. In the tour, Ahmad Yani said, 3 years later, Desmond was again involved to the same case. In addition to being flurried, the convict was permitted to repeat this action again, as Ahmad Yani and others hoped. The next news is Syndicate for the Sale of Protected Animal dismissed by the East Java Regional Police. Two members of the syndicate selling protection will be might have been arrested by the member of the district East Java. They were namely Sultan Amiruddin, a resident of the Gresik, and Andika Putra Prataba, a resident of the Nganjuk. Both were arrested previously. Investigation from the sub-direction team leader of the rescue of the Java Police managed to secure 3 people who were caught keeping in a number of the protects with mild specials in number east area. Namely Aga Kusuma, a resident of the Jombang, Dwi Adianto, resident of the Sidoarjo, Mol, Hoke Wijaya, a resident of the Bojonegoro. From the hands of the 5 investigators managed to secure protect animal, namely 61 birds, alphas, 11 mammals, and 2 reptiles, crocodile. The suspect Andika Putra Pratama admitted that his party business of selling protect animal from the period of the year. He chose to remain silent and shook his head. Deputy Director of the Rescues of the Police Ajat Zulham Effendi related to the syndicate has temporary breeding pies selling to protect wildlife to the buyer. The 2 actors employed a number of local residents, in the remote area had the animal category protected by the law in accordance with the demand of the buyer's market share. Zulham said the perpetrators took advantage of ignorant people in remote area regretting out the legal protection status of this certain type of the animal. So sometimes people feel already have a bit lied to do. Because the people work as a farmer mind a fisher who do not have a permanent job being offered at a fairly good price, the community is also tabloid. Zulham said the perpetrators sometimes sell starting animal online, make sure of the social media. This include internet and the community personal communication network by to the actor. And the last news is, Central Maluku Police arrests for online gambling perpetrators. Central Maluku Police officer arrests for the online gamblers, namely RC 41 years old, Irki Am 50 years old, Imha 40 years old, Zidi 52 years old, Central Maluku Police. Irkan was arrested in his Molaku village Moses Silit on the Sunday, RC in line to Gulab Justice. Their motive to get profit, even to the method, is wrong and provided by the stage. Dark Badwell Maniputi Friday on the paths of the perpetrators to confuse a number and advice to the front of the gas calpon as well as advice. Online gambling assisted by the different actors, namely Trigona and King Dokoto, now they are suspended. For this action, the perpetrators will be subject to Article 20, Paragraph 1 of the Criminal Code regarding gambling, with a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and maximum fine on the 25 million in prison. Well, I think that's all today with me, Kusnul Ashaifa. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.